Hi, this is Dr. Justin here. Today's talk is going to be on migraines and some of the most common causes of them. So one of the most common causes of migraines are actually food sensitivities. One of the most common food sensitivity is gluten. Now, gluten is one common protein found throughout all grains. So what we find is gluten, essentially what the peer-reviewed research is showing, is the inflammation due to the gluten is actually causing a decrease in cerebral blood flow. In other words, the arteries here on the side of the neck, the carotid arteries, feed blood up into the brain. This blood is really important because it carries oxygen, it carries various nutrients for the brain to function optimally. And the more work or the more demand placed on the brain, the more oxygen and the more nutrition. So what some of the research is showing is that there's a hypoperfusion of blood to the brain. So hypo means a decreased blood flow. So we're having decreased oxygen and decreased blood. We're going to have decreased ability for the brain to perform. So when I'm talking to my patients about this, the analogy I always use is cross your legs. You know that pins and needles kind of feeling you get when you cross your legs? That's because of decreased blood, right? And decreased your pinching off nerves as well. So that tingling now, imagine getting up and running across the room. You may stumble or even fall. So again, your ability to perform is impaired when that blood flow is decreased. So now, instead of crossing your legs for 2 hours, imagine having cereal for breakfast, pasta for lunch, and pizza for dinner, and now go take a test tomorrow morning, or have to problem solve some very difficult problems. So again, we really want to maximize nutrition to the brain. Another common cause of migraines are joint dysfunction, or inability for the muscles or the joints in our neck to move properly. So seeing a skilled chiropractor that can assess which joints are or aren't moving properly, and addressing that with a very specific adjustment can be very helpful for addressing migraines if your migraines are caused from a structural issue. Next, avoiding sweeteners, especially artificial sweeteners such as aspartame and Splenda and MSG, or monosodium glutamate. Now these chemicals are known as excitotoxins. What an excitotoxin is, it literally excites neurons in the brain to death. So by stimulating these neurons, it literally does it so it fatigues it to death. So we really want to avoid these sweeteners because we want as many neurons as we possibly can. We're already damaging them enough throughout many other things in our lives. The last thing we want to do is add more insult to injury through consuming things like Diet Cokes or packaged foods that may have these flavor enhancers or these sweeteners in them. Next, we really want to avoid chemicals and household products, whether it be hygienic products, creams, lotions, skincare, makeups, etc. All of these can contain lots of harmful chemicals like parabens and other chemicals that can potentially increase the chance of migraines. So I recommend going to environmentalworkinggroup.org or www.ewg.org, and you can look up the personal care or cleaning products you're using and making sure they're safe. The last common cause of migraine issues I see are blood sugar imbalances or hormonal imbalances, especially in females at certain times in the cycle when there's a drop in estrogen or there's blood sugar instability through eating the wrong way. That can very commonly trigger a migraine. So making sure we're eating every 3 to 5 hours and having good blood sugar stability can really help that issue. So I know we gave you a lot of information in this short video. I hope some of it can be applied and eventually help remove your migraines. Any questions? Feel free and call or email our office. Thanks.